We got Jake Paul knocking the F out of Andre August, and
We got.
said Jake Paul is 7-1 and August is 10-1. So he was undefeated before this.
I mean, yeah, basically.
How come I never heard of him? Didn't they say he did something else?
Not,
Was this like another guy that did like MMA and like retired and then like wants to like take a fight?
I
I
mean,
don't really know much about
he
Andre August.
he's a professional box. He is a professional boxer, and I mean, only thing about him since COVID happened, a lot of the boxers wasn't getting a lot of fights, so he didn't box for at least 3 to 4 years. He hasn't boxed. So I mean, Jake, he was already undefeated. So Jake Paul, want to give him that big payday, and he panned out. But I mean, when I watching this fight here, it it looked like he need to retire already, man. It looks like he need to retire. He probably
Andre
still sleep with
August?
Andre. He probably still sleep with Nate Robinson.
They said that he was setting it up by the way he was defending. He kept on just like putting his hands
Uh
together
huh.
and like doing that defense, and that he just split his hands and then uppercut.
Yeah, I
And
seen
they
it.
said that's when someone's like doing like a weak guard where they're not really paying attention, they're just putting it up. You could split it and uppercut him all the time.
And then I seen a lot of other people say that was the same problem they had with him in other fights. Like other fights, he did that, but he got lucky because what he'd normally do if you swing at Andre, he'd duck and like instead of like backing his head and weaving to the left or right, he ducks down every time. Like by default, he just ducks down. So like by the end of the first quarter, close to the end of the first round, Jake was like just swinging like this. He just kept doing the same thing for like 7 seconds. And then the dude just kept like just tucking his head down, and then he just came
Just
back
set him up.
and just uppercutted him and just knocked
Halukin.
out. He just
He
basically went
finished
straight.
him.
He basically knocked him out straight out. But I mean, we
We
got.
we can't really show the footage, but we got kind of a funny video of like what happened there, so we'll show you. Ooh, I guess we can.
Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Night night. Night night.
Am I
Oh
shocked? No. Like we all know that Jake just looks for super easy fights, and he fought a cab driver this time.
Cab
so
driver.
yeah, it is what it is. I don't really care about him. I didn't even know he was fine. I didn't even know he was fine at the same time as me. So
When we fought Speed, I told you.
Oh yeah, I didn't see. So did he beat Speed?
Man, he cheated him at all Speed. He told Speed he went finna go 6th round. He only went 4 because he knew Speed was finna put them hands on him. But
I got to see the clips.
But back to the story at hand. So, he beat Andre. And I mean, everybody's saying, he needs to fight KSI next. But people like, they don't know how KSI feels. 1 minute he wanted to box. And then next minute he want to do some art stuff. Next minute he want to start
Focusing on Prime.
focus on Prime. Like, he doesn't really want to stay focused in it. But they're trying to get him to fight Jake Paul now. Since he just fought Speed. So hopefully he's still in the boxing mood, but we're gonna see about that.
And he announced today that he's going to be partaking in the
Paris
USA
Olymp-
boxing, the
Ooh.
Paris Olympics. So I don't know. He got invited by Team USA. We'll see if he could be a boxer. And I know they have like a camp, and then it's like the NBA where they invite a bunch of players, and
hmm
then some are for practice squads, some end up making it, and some get cut. So we'll have to see if this is like a real invite. Is he a practice guy? Are they inviting him for real? Is this man actually good enough to represent
US.
USA
You
in the
think?
Olympics?
What if he does? What if they make him? What if basically they
What
get
what could people say now if they're like you
you?
pick the easiest opponents, but now if you go to Olympics, you're just fighting the best of the other countries, guys that are available. So I mean, he's not picking any fights in. So if he goes and wins a gold medal for his weight division, could you
What
say
if he wins a
anything?
bronze? Do you still give him a chance if he just wins a bronze?
I'd have to check his competition honestly before I rate him. If he goes against like a seasoned guy that's like a real deal boxer,
Uh huh.
and then it's like he does good but loses, I'll give him respect.
Because I mean, you remember
But
he's up there. This isn't like a lightweight or something like that. Fighting at
yeah,
135, it's like 190. His last fight was at 199.
that's crazy because it's like we laugh, me and my co-hosts, and whenever we watch fights, whether it's MMA or boxing, because a lot of these guys are like super tiny. They weigh like 140 pounds, and it's like I weighed that in middle school, and it's like if me and my co-hosts fought, we would be like heavyweights.
We were fighting Jake Paul.
Yeah, like we would be fighting the big boys. Some of those guys is crazy. I don't know if I want to fight no crazy behemoth like
Wilder, Wilder fighting
six
Fury.
three. Yeah, Fury's like 6'7". I'm not fighting freaking. I'm 6 foot. I'm not doing that.
I mean, I can see it happen, but I mean, comment below. Let us know how you feel about this. Do you feel like Jake Paul's even gonna make it past the sparring thing, or is USA just bringing him here to bring publicity? Because you know Jake Paul is gonna bring the lights and the cameras and everything. It's gonna be a show.
Yeah, I mean, I think the American boxing will probably do that because I know sometimes some of the sports get lost in the shuffle because there's so many sports in the Olympics. But to bring maybe some light to boxing because I don't know if boxing is even on like some sports aren't even on TV. They're like
True.
on streamed. They're either
Pay-per-view
on
only?
YouTube or something.
Amazon
no, I mean not
Prime?
pay-per-view or they might be. I think now that everyone's doing their streaming, they might have like the NBC
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Some of those apps, they'll be like, oh, if you want to watch all the Olympic
It
sports,
was Showtime, but you
you
remember
gotta
Showtime?
subscribe.
It was Showtime boxing, but I think they got
Yeah, they're not
ended.
gonna have it for Olympics, so that'll be someone else.
Oh, yeah,
That'll
it'll
be
be
like
like
ABC,
ABC.
NBC.
Yeah,
So you'd have to get what is their channel called?
it's like I don't ABC regular TV.
Yeah, but they have their own app, like wherever Yellowstone's on.
Okay. But moving on here from going to one boxing match to going into the octagon.